Hello and welcome back to the AniGains Podcast. I believe this is episode number 4. Um, I'm joined by today the lovely Mr. Kesbut and Noah Campbell. Boys, how are we?
Lovely, mate. I'm doing good. Kez,
Yeah, likewise.
got to be buzzing.
Short and sweet. Yeah, mate. In terms of me, obviously, in the next 12 hours, I shall be driving to the airport, which will then take me on a flight to Abu Dhabi, and then that flight will then take me to Tokyo.
Yeah,
Woo!
man, dude, that's
Yeah, man. I'm buzzing. Honestly, I cannot wait. I cannot wait. It's a dream. Obviously, since we're all weebs, it is the weeb dream holiday, I suppose.
the Mecca
So yeah, the hashtag Mecca of
Mecca.
hashtag
of
Mecca of weeb
weirdos.
for weeb. Yeah, man.
That's
So yeah, got a long list of on the itinerary that Noah has kindly recommended. Obviously, what I'll the next podcast will be directly after that. So we'll go into a lot more detail in regards to what happened in that one. But
Yeah.
yeah, how about you boys?
Oh,
I've been busy. I was down in Derby over the weekend for the natural physique meetup. It
How
was
was
good.
it?
It was good. It was a really good turnout. I think that it was like 60, 70 people
yeah.
came down
Nice.
for it. It was mental. I think probably the busiest B Modify has been. I know that you've got the Team R Fit meetup there like in a couple
Yeah.
of weeks' time. Really nice to be fair. Like Jacob, how do you pronounce it?
Jakob. Jakob.
Jacob,
Yeah.
mate, lovely guy. I'd never spoken to him
Yeah.
before. Really, really nice.
Yeah.
But sick gym, sick time. Ate a few too many off plans. But it was worth it. It was worth it. And yeah, obviously flew back on the Sunday, and then I am getting ready for going away in a week, 2 weeks time. Um,
Where you
yeah,
off?
in 2 weeks time, I've got the
Oh,
city break.
it's
Yeah,
interrailing.
no, not yet. So the interrailing's going to be in like another 2 months, but I've got a little like 4 day holiday in Copenhagen and Malmo. Uh,
Nice.
that'll be nice. It was like 30 quid flight, so I thought, why not? Why not? May as well go over.
I've heard Copenhagen's expensive though.
Yeah, I've
Yeah,
been told that as soon as I bought the cheap
yeah,
tickets, everyone's like,
yeah,
"Oh, you
yeah,
make up for what you spend there." So
yeah.
my wallet's not going to be happy, mate. But Cam, yourself?
Oh man, I've been pretty cool, man. Speaking of like Japan, I actually attended a fashion event called Harajuku Haven.
Sounds
Yeah,
like something from Roblox.
mate, it felt like something from Roblox. Like legitimately, like the theme was like sweet or spicy. I think it was no bittersweet. That was it. So basically, like you had like a bunch of people like turning up in like very sort of like moe traditional, like like very like Harajuku J fashion,
Yeah.
and then like it was like obviously my wardrobe isn't really like that, so I decided to like sort of contrast that, and I turned up in or in like all black and yeah, I mean I sort of stood out anyway, like being like the only male, you
Mm.
know.
Oh wow.
Yeah, but was it was fucking class. It was in this place called Free Play in London, which I think is it's just south of Wood Green. So when I saw that on maps, I was like, fantastic, we're going into one of the most dangerous
Going out
areas
the ends, mate.
like this. Yeah.
Whereabouts is
But
Wood
no,
Green?
it's kind of like North London. It's like near Harringay.
Okay,
Yeah.
right. Yeah.
Don't yeah. Yeah, scary, scary place. Not somewhere you want to be dressing up in J fashion to. The location of the arcade was sick. It was a place called Free Play. So in there they had like all like the old sort of like retro Japanese arcade games.
Mm.
Like the one with the drums. No, you'll know the one I'm on about.
The
It's
drum.
Sega. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's like this. You got this big drum, and you hit it with the sticks. Kez, you'll know what I'm talking about when
What,
you.
the game?
Yes, it's an arcade game.
Donkey Kongo. Donkey Kong Bongo.
That's what
No,
I thought. I thought Donkey
Yeah.
Kong as well.
no, 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 no. Right, okay. It doesn't matter. There's a picture of it on my story.
All
But
right. Yeah. Yeah,
yeah,
okay.
a
Cool.
bunch of cool ass Japanese game. Mate, the Asians, the way that they do arcade is just different. Like it's not
Oh,
really a thing in the West, but like over there, I understand the hype because the games
yeah.
are a million times fucking better. yeah, it's just it was sick. And plus, every game was free to play as well, like in entry. So yeah, man, that was my week. Other than that, man, we just got to doing some yeah buddy rows and shit, like just the standard bodybuilding shit. Um, Coming out to the end of a cut now. We're gonna drop like another £5, and then we're gonna push up to 220, which will be exciting for in order
Jeez.
to get ready for the shows next year. Yeah, no time to wait.
Getting ready for what do you call it? What's it called? Oh fuck it, what's it called? Comic Con, that's it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, mate.
If I got my words out, mate.
Comic Con prep.
Yeah, mate.
Comic
Oh,
Con
mate, I can't wait to turn up to Comic Con peaked. Better than I've looked for all my other shows.
That's it.
That's a real
Cheeky super droll right before you yeah.
genuine. I wonder how many like cosplayers you actually think are enhanced or take PDs for cosplay specifically.
I
So
don't think there are that many.
there's definitely
There's
some.
not.
Can't
I
be
mean,
that many.
I think there's a few that obviously that would just take them anyway. The Jack guys.
Yeah.
Yes.
Probably they take them anyway. I'd assume not many would just do it for that.
You don't think anybody's run just like a little bit of clean just to get ready for that?
Well, there's a first
To
time
get-
for everything.
Guys, if you're watching this and you want to go enhanced, you have our seal of approval.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
If the WNBF are watching this, I do not endorse.
Oh man, that's so stupid, man. So,
Yeah.
Kez, you've never actually been to Asia because I wanted to quickly get on this. This is your first time going to, I think Asia in general,
No,
right?
I've been to Dubai a couple of
You win
times.
your pro card in Asia.
Well,
Huh?
that you know what I mean.
Yeah,
You never
Is it,
been-
as in, no, so I've been to Thailand.
Have you?
Yeah. I've been to
look at
mate. Thailand was literally to this day, the best place I've been to. Mate, it's absolutely unreal. I went like pretty much. I think it was in my gap year. Well, not gap year, my placement year at uni. So I was like 21, 22 at the time. Mate, it was unreal, unreal. That was actually the first time I got like pretty shredded for that holiday.
Really?
Yeah. So that was when I got lean enough for that holiday. That's when people started to say you should compete in men's physique, because they thought they saw that I had the shape for it. Anyway, let's forget that. The holiday itself, yeah, mate, absolutely unreal. So we went to Bangkok to start off with. Obviously, everything you hear about it is true, by the way, in
Really?
terms of yeah, ladyboys, the shadiness, ping pong shows, everything. Yeah. So, mate, but it's an experience. It's like
Yeah.
it's not somewhere you'd want to stay for too long, but like everyone needs to experience that at some point. It's absolutely mental. Then we
Yeah.
went to Koh Samui, which is like an island, so it's more of like a beach vibe. It's still a bit shady with some of the bars, but once again, class. Then we went to this island called Koh Phangan, where they have this famous full moon party there, which is like an all-night party, basically, pretty much where everyone is on drugs. Yeah.
Oh,
So yeah, mate, it was unreal. That was pretty mental as well. Then we went to this place called Kanchanaburi, which is like in the middle, and there's this famous waterfalls there where there's like 7 levels of waterfalls. That was really cool, a bit more rural. And then we went to Chiang Mai, which is like
Yeah.
right in the north, so a bit once again a bit more cultural, a bit more rural. And we went to an elephant sanctuary there, which was really cool because there's a bit of animal rights issue in Thailand where in certain places like Bangkok they let people like ride elephants and they have harnesses and it's quite unethical and it's quite
Really?
bad for their spines. Yeah, and they do like monkey shows and stuff like that and it's a bit shady and unethical.
Yeah.
But in these sanctuaries it's like they're well looked after. And you just get to like play with them and it's class. It sounds a bit hippie, but mate, it was unreal. It was really cool. And then yeah, mate, we went back to Bangkok. The only like gripe I had is we didn't have enough time. We had like 2.5 weeks, but we spent so much time traveling from place to place. You had to get flights or like long trains. So to be honest, mate, well, we've got a long list of places the AniGains boys need to visit, but I
Oh,
think
yeah.
Thailand needs to be on the list.
Yeah, dude, I'm actually going there this summer.
Are
What?
you?
Yeah, did I not tell you, boys?
No.
Yeah,
You say this every single podcast. Did I not tell you, boys? There's some outlandish thing that you've done or you're gonna do.
Yeah, no, it's just like it's like the big side quest of the year. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go like during like August time in like the down season of all the
Right.
shows.
Yeah.
I think by that point we'll probably will be like either 220 or coming down. I don't think anybody's gonna tell me I should compete in men's physique when I go. I think everyone's gonna be like that is
Zoom
not
over there, mate.
yeah. So yeah, no, we're actually planning on like staying near like Bangkok for a little bit,
Yeah.
going to Chiang Mai as well. I did message James McDermott. Shout out James McDermott if you are
Yeah, man.
watching this, because he actually gave me like an entire like itinerary list of things to do like whilst we're there. So yeah, I think we're going to be ticking off the James McDermott side quest, and yeah, basically like yeah, I've always wanted to go to Thailand because it's like Korea on like a harder difficulty. So like or from everything that I've been told about it. So yeah,
Yeah.
that should be exciting. Looking forward to that definitely.
Had you
Yeah.
been to anywhere else in like South Asia apart from Korea then so far?
No, not
Oh,
yet.
yeah.
No, not yet. Really, like like pretty much like I want to do the three main places. I really want to obviously Japan, Thailand, and surprisingly, I really want to go to Mongolia as well. Like
I've heard
Jeez.
there's like not really much there. It's like I think statistically it's I think the least densely populated place on
yeah,
in country in the world, I think.
yeah,
Really?
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
That sort of like part of history, like the everything from like the in the 1500s, from like 1577, it just
Yeah.
fascinates me, like, and yeah, I think what remains of Mongolia is very like culturally rich. It's something I want to see at some point because
Yeah.
it's not a commonly traveled to place. So like, yeah, definitely want to go back. But like, yeah, Japan is like I would say after Thailand, the next one on the cards, and we'll be going there 2026. I believe we're all going there.
Hell
I think,
yeah.
yeah, we've flirted with the idea of it.
Yeah. I should have my if all goes to plan, I should have my apartment over there maybe.
Oh,
So
Sick. Oh,
we'll
wait, got
have
a place to
the
oh
crash.
yeah,
exactly we'll have the AniGains crib. We'll go from there, mate.
hell yeah, man. That
Wicked.
might be the first in-person pod we do,
Yeah.
potentially
Possibly.
live.
Yeah.
Whereabouts?
Well, I'll be like central Tokyo. Like most likely,
Nice.
most likely I'm gonna be near. So the gym that I want to go to is Lift Gym. So, Kez, I don't know if you're gonna
Mate,
train.
honestly, I asked them on Instagram like, do you do day passes? And they were like, no, we do week passes.
Yeah, so it's
And
week
I had a
passes.
look, it's like 120 quid for a
Yeah, it's
week pass. I'm like,
very
Jesus.
expensive.
Yeah.
But if you're getting like a month, it's not as bad. So the plan is to because that's in Omotesando, which is like an expensive district of Tokyo. It's most likely going to be that I would stay around about there in Shibuya if I can get somewhere a bit more central, or even somewhere that's got like a train connection because that's on the. Sorry, this is me being really neaky. That's on the Chidoya line, which runs up to where I used to stay in Ayase. So like, I don't know, central Tokyo is where I want to be, and price wise, it's not that bad. So that's the gym that I'd like to go to. But in terms of other gyms, obviously you've got the Gold's gyms all around the place, but you can't film in there. You can't like there's some
You
the one
you
I
can't
went.
even you can't even film with your phone.
Nope. So I went all across. Obviously, the last couple of weeks of me in Japan, I'd done like a big tour of the country. I went up to Sapporo, and they're like, "You're not even allowed your phone in the gym."
What?
So they made genuinely there was signs everywhere like if you get caught with your phone, you're not allowed your phone in this gym. And it was Gold's Gym in Sapporo. So if you're listening to this, Gold's Gym in Sapporo, you're getting slandered. But they were like, you're not allowed your phone. So everyone like had no headphones in. There was, to be fair, like there was like decent music and there was like Japanese bodybuilders on all the TVs. It was really cool, but you couldn't film. I know that Julian Chang, Jack Chang, shout out you if you're watching.
It's Julian. I think it's Chung. How
Is
you
it
pronounce
Chung?
his name? It's Chung.
Sorry, mate. But anyway, he'd been filming all his stuff. I think he was training in Gold's Gym in Harajuku and everything. And I'm pretty sure I swiped up to him like, mate, I've just been told off God knows how many times for filming in these gyms. He's like, oh mate, they must have just let me get away with it then. But you're not allowed to in Gold's gyms, and like if you've got tattoos, finding a gym can be fucking impossible.
Yeah.
So
Really?
that, yeah, because the Japanese people, there's always been that correlation between tattoos and the Yakuza.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So if they see someone like a Japanese person with tattoos, like, oh fuck that. But it's a lot more like if they see a foreigner with tattoos, it's not as bad because they realize that what ginger-haired boy's going to be part of the Yakuza. Uh, I mean,
Sleeper agent.
exactly. Um, but like even gyms, sometimes you have to hide, like cover up. There's certain federations in Japan that won't let you compete if you've got tattoos. Um,
Really?
yeah, so I was trying to look into, I can't remember if it was the FWJP or something along those lines. There was one of the federations that was like, gave you measurements of if your tattoo's any bigger than this, we can't let you compete. Or like you'd have to put a patch over your tattoo and then have the tan put over the patch. Really like strict with it in some places. So I'm not too sure, but obviously we're fine with most places. But like onsens, you can't go in there if you've got tattoos, which is decent enough to be fair. That's
So we can't go to the bathhouse together, is what you're saying?
yeah. I decided when I got my tattoos, I was sick of seeing people looking at my willy when I was getting into the bath. So I thought, you know what, I'll get inked up to prevent it happening. That's the only reason I got this tattoo, to be honest with you.
Yeah. What if you get a tattoo on your penis?
Or they just make sure you show it at that point. Then
Oh, okay, there.
like you
That's
have at that point you
that's
show
cool.
the
We'll be fine then. Yeah.
tattoo. Easy.
Kid. Sweet.
Yeah. No, that's crazy. That is, it's crazy how like I don't know how almost like conformist say Japan is in that regard, and then like say somewhere like Korea, like it
Yeah.
massively expresses individuality yourself. Like I I realized like halfway through in the gym, I was like, I'm the only person wearing a stringer. I'm also the only person here with tattoos, and that was more so encouraged. It
Hmm.
was like, yeah, you should do that. Like you be yourself. And like I was like taking my phone out to film my sets. I didn't know if it was allowed or not, but like the guys didn't have an issue because like they just let you do your thing.
Hmm.
Yeah, it's one thing I do like, and it's one thing that like you almost need to be mindful of when traveling anywhere is like the etiquette of that country. I don't want
Yeah.
to be a dumb foreigner anywhere I go. I always
Yeah.
want to try and respect places, but it is cool when like I don't know, things just translate well, into a different land, or like other people are just cool about it. You never want to be that prick.
Yeah, for
Yeah,
sure.
man.
For sure.
Yeah.
All right then, boys. So I believe we have some questions. I believe that we also yeah, we did get one question, which wasn't a would you rather. It was a like best anime to watch for sort of like beginner viewers.
So
Uh,
what I was thinking, just for the sake of time, is for today, just do the would you rather so we can spend more time on them and then do the entry level as a more in-depth topic in another one, just so we're not waffling for too long and ends up being a 2 hour podcast.
Yeah, this has been
yeah,
a lot of travel stuff anyway. Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
sound.
So I reckon we do the would you rather for today.
Yeah, sound. I'll put some questions up on my story. Boys, do you have any?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I've
so
got one through here.
should we go on the main AniGains one first?
Yeah, start on
Because
that
there,
one. Go,
so
go,
there's
go.
7 on here. Right. Okay. First one. Sunny has asked, would you rather go for a walk outside the walls in Attack on Titan or the Dark Continent from High?
Hunter x Hunter.
Oh, yeah. I thought it must have been a spelling mistake. Okay, Dark Continent from Hunter x Hunter.
No
So,
chance.
no, no,
Like,
no, no, no. Sorry. Which one would you rather do?
I would rather walk outside the walls from Attack on Titan. One
You,
thousand million percent.
thing is, I haven't read the manga for Hunter x Hunter, so I'm not as clued up on the Dark Continent side of things.
Basically, you're just speed running death. Like they will like the Dark Continent. The whole point is that it is surrounded in mystery, and you're not sure. There are like certain like bugs that if they bite you, like you will lose your mind, and like there's a whole lot of wacky stuff. The Chimera ants in
Yeah.
Hunter, they come from the Dark
Yeah,
Continent.
yeah, mentioned that. Jing mentioned it in the last episode, didn't he?
Yeah.
That they came from there. Yeah,
And of the things that come from the Dark Continent, they are like considered like mid tier.
yeah,
So imagine like stepping out, like you don't you're going into the world of the unknown. The outside wall in Attack on Titan is scary. Yes, like Titans are scary. But but because there's a little bit more knowledge on them, I feel like I would survive longer outside.
If you had the ODM gear,
I'd be useless with that, mate. Like, let's be honest, mate. I find I don't have great mobility as it is. I don't think with the ODM gear I'm surviving anything more than like a week. Even still, but I would still pick that over the Dark Continent. I don't have Nen. Like, I
yeah,
don't have Nen, so yeah, I'd probably say outside the walls.
cool. Okay, next one. Ian Talbot of Valve has asked, would you rather have Saitama's powers for a week or be one of the Titans for a day? I mean, this is quite easy. Obviously, Saitama's powers.
Platinum's powers.
Why would
Yeah,
you want to be a Titan? Like, you just like, do you remember if the Titans still like have their consciousness from before? I don't think they do they?
they have it partially like in flex,
Yeah.
which makes it more painful.
Yeah.
I-
So it
yeah.
wouldn't be fun to be a Titan at all.
No, no. You're not. You're just incredibly massive and not in control of yourself. That's like,
Yeah.
yeah. If I wanted to do that, I'd run some Halo testing. Like, no, no.
Yeah. So I don't know how we're going to answer this one because I don't think any of us have watched it in excess. But Jack Chan has asked thoughts on the new episodes of Kaiju number 8.
Oh no. Oh no. Okay, I don't like it personally. I thought it was. I I think the manga's all right, but in terms of the new releases, I just really struggled to get into it, and I don't know whether that's because I was on the Stairmaster at the time, blowing out my arse, and I was like, right, I need something to distract me, and then I flipped it on, and I was like, its progression is so slow, you know. Again, I hate to say it, animation, nothing spectacular either. So I think as a concept it has a lot of give, but again it kind of goes back to what we were saying before there, like how there are so many good seasons and so many good shows. Like I am like only getting caught up with Tower of God season 2 like now. Like and to me like does Kaiju number 8 compare? Not really. Are they even comparable? I'm always going to lean towards the thing that I know and like more. So yeah, for myself, I'm personally not a fan. I don't think it's objectively bad. I just don't think it's for me, you know?
Yeah, that whole concept of like kaiju battles is not the most interesting to me, honestly. If it's incorporated as part of like another show, like for example, Naruto, let's just say, when they're
Yeah.
doing like Susanoo versus Susanoo or whatever, which is like technically some kind of kaiju, or even the tailed beast
Yeah,
battles.
yeah, yeah.
Okay, I can get with it there, but when it's the main crux of a show, it kind of like I like when the characters, both good and bad, are a bit more humanized and you
Yeah.
can relate to them more, and it's just more interesting. When it's just like kaiju battle after kaiju battle, it's not as interesting, I would say.
No, no,
Yeah.
no, no.
Can I jump? Oh, sorry. Yeah. So Julian told me about this when I was doing. I think I put up my story. Anime for cardio. Awful. I think I got like about 4 or 5 episodes in. I did not get on with it. But something came in my mind, and I wanted to ask you boys and all the viewers of this. So I was out on the Saturday night after the meetup in Derby, and someone had seen the chain I've got from Jujutsu Kaisen,
Yep.
and he came up to me. He was asking about like, "Oh, have you read Vagabond?" And I was like, "Yeah, I've read a little bit of it." And he goes, Have you read Real before?" And I was like, "No, I've never read Real." And he was like, "It's from the same guy. Was it Takehiro Inoue? Inoue?
In a way, yeah.
He's made another like manga, and it's about like wheelchair basketball." And I was trying to look into it, and apparently it is. No, it's not. It's like apparently it's real. Can you stop laughing? Apparently it's bang. Like apparently it's really good, but
Oh,
it's
we're
not
gonna
about
get
like.
cancelled.
No, it's not. That's what it is.
Oh,
No, it just caught me off guard, and then I started smirking. I saw Ken
I
smile.
saw you both giggling away. Mate, apparently it's about wheelchair basketball, and apparently it's really good.
Do they have like special like powers where they just like have
No,
like
it's
a
not like
Who
no.
gets that
It's
the
more
same?
like
Like,
it's more like Vagabond in the sense of like they've lost everything, and it's like
right
trying to like it's a lot more about the. It's no, they've not just got like no, I can't say.
where they could turn like the
Yeah, they've
wheelchairs
not got like
into
super
like
speed.
like rockets and stuff, or they could like use the
Rocket.
power of the mind to like move the ball.
Slam dunk. No, it's nothing like that, but it's like it tells you about. Oh fuck it! I think I've lost it. I've lost the room at this point.
no,
Um,
no, no, it's good.
apparently it's really good. It's about like
No, I'm not even joking. Like we're laughing, but it honestly sounds like a good concept.
Yeah, no, no.
um
Yeah.
I don't know, Kez. Could you put it up on Google and
What's
like
it
share
called?
screen so you can listen?
What's it called?
Real Real. Just type
REL
in if
manga.
you type in real manga and then share screen so the viewers could see. The art
Gives
style
us
is actually pretty cool.
more. Where's the share? Share. Yeah, got it. Sweet. Ah, yeah. Can you boys see that?
Not yet.
No, it still says yeah, that's it there.
Oh, damn, the art style is actually very cool.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yeah, there we go. So whoever it was in the club toilet who said to read real, thank you. You've got my next manga purchase sorted. But it looks sick.
It does. The art style does look super cool, actually. It's like, yeah, no, you can definitely tell it's the same like level of detail from the.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, it looks cool. Yeah, man.
like it's a lot more about like losing something and then
Hmm.
starting from nothing. It's not like they've got rocket boosters and they can
Yeah,
turbo skirt round the court. Like it seems
Yeah.
like
it's not like a
No,
mech.
no. It seems like yeah, very unique, I suppose,
yeah,
concept with regards to anime.
Kez,
yeah.
would you watch that because it is a sports anime?
I might actually, if that came out as an anime, I might watch it just because it's not
Oh,
a
is it an
traditional one.
anime or is it just manga only?
No, sorry, if it came out, sorry. I don't think it is an anime.
Um, no, I don't think so.
I think if I do get into a sports anime, like a traditional one, it'll probably will be haikyuu, like the
Oh,
first
it's
one.
so good.
It's
And
not.
I
It's
Whoa,
probably
whoa, whoa! What?
because everyone I've spoken to says it's amazing. Like
Yeah. Where are you getting that from?
well, I've seen it. It's all right. I just think like compared to other sports anime, it's pretty mid.
No, that's an awful take.
No, it's not. Like
I was gonna, I was
Haikyuu
gonna get a
compared-
shoyu tattooed on my arm.
well, that's cool. Like you can do that. I just think
The boy.
I just think like in terms of like sports anime, like Hajime no Ippo is
Yeah.
considerably better. Uh,
Really?
yeah, I would even like I would even say personally, Inazuma 11 is object.
That's a classic though.
Yeah, like I don't know. I think there's a lot of other sports anime that I would sooner watch. Haikyuu is very
Mhm.
good soundtrack, but yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know. It's a bit repetitive for me. There needs to be a bit more at stake, you know.
Sweet.
I was on the edge of my seat in the cinema watching the movie. Unreal.
Haikyuu movie.
Yeah, did you watch it in the cinema?
No,
Oh,
no, no, no. Is
Have,
that what I'm missing out on?
yeah,
have,
the
have
movie was decent, to be fair.
yeah. Have any of you lot gone to a movie to watch sorry, the cinema to watch an anime movie before?
Yeah,
Oh yeah. And what were the demographic like when you went?
awful. It was
It
awful.
wasn't the
It was
best.
terrible. Yeah, it really was just like we were like queuing up to go get the tickets, and you could immediately tell who.
Yeah.
Who's getting
Yeah,
what ticket?
I was just like, okay, all right, you have a bunny bag. You're gonna go see the My Hero movie. I was
The
like,
thing is, these are our people.
Yeah, but they're the
that
subscribers.
Yeah.
Come on.
like,
But yeah, I think I watched the Demon Slayer movie, the Mugen Train.
yes,
So I watched that in the cinema, and I watched Jujutsu Kaisen Zero movie as well in the cinema.
I
Yeah.
didn't know that came out in the cinema.
there's not
Yeah.
an awful lot of like anime movies that really get into the cinema.
No, no.
Think there's more, but like there's still like very underwhelming amount to be fair.
Yeah.
I would always it always perks my interest to go and watch an anime movie just because it is just that in the cinema. Like that's just cool in my opinion.
Yeah.
Demon Slayer was really cool in the
Yeah,
cinema.
I
Yeah,
would say that was one of the best
yeah,
fights in
yeah.
anime. So,
Yeah.
Rengoku versus what's his face?
Akaza.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Incredible, really good animation, which is
yeah.
up there about. So,
Cool.
to answer your question, Dan, we don't like Kaiju number 8. No.
Sorry, Julian. Anyway, next one. From Tim Roder, who's one of my pausing clients. So he said, "Would you rather be an anime villain or be an anime hero?"
Villain.
Hmm.
Villain.
Villains are cool. Villains are cooler, generally speaking,
Yeah.
Yeah.
but they normally lose.
Yeah, I quite like see like a Luffy or someone like that, like just a chill. I'd rather be the
Just a
hero.
chill guy.
Yeah, just a chill guy. Just a chill
Yeah.
guy.
Well, I was going to say, objectively, calling back to our first episode, if you were to rate the physiques of them, 9 out of 10 times the villains are better built. I would say,
Mhm. Yeah.
like you think about the most iconic villains in anime, Dio, from JoJo's. You've got Togi from Jujutsu Kaisen, uh, Garo from One Punch Man. What do all these guys have? They're jacked. So purely on the physique aspect, no, put aside morality, I think I'd rather be a villain, to be honest.
Yeah, they normally have like more aura as well, I would say.
Yeah, yeah. What about you, Kez?
I'm on the fence. Honestly, I can see the argument for a villain, but I'd rather be like an emotionally troubled hero, if you know what I mean. Like a Guts.
Yeah, an anti-hero.
Yeah. Yeah, like
Yeah.
a seinen hero that has
Mm.
to overcome a deep personal battle. Like I wouldn't want to be like a Naruto or Luffy or something like
Oh,
a goofy dumb or like Itadori from Jujutsu Kaisen. I'd rather be like the emo sidekick like
it's
Sasuke
troubled
or
one.
what is it Megumi from Jujutsu Kaisen or someone like
Yeah.
that, the dark haired kid.
I feel like that kind of reflects all of our personality. I'm the villain of the pod. Noah's the hero.
Yeah, Noah's like Luffy or Naruto.
Yeah. 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 Yeah, that's you, bro.
Cheers, man. Cheers.
What was the next one?
Okay. So also from Tim, this is a very good one. This is a very good question. So said, would you rather have the eyes of an anime character and a normal body or the opposite? So the body of an anime character and normal eyes. So say for example, let's just say a Sharingan, like someone with like a special
Oh,
ability for a vision, a vision, like a Genjutsu type thing.
Oh,
Or
I was gonna say,
would you have a physical ability instead? Like which one would you prefer?
I'm gonna say the eyes.
I
Uh,
do. I think it's cooler.
and I would,
oh, it's like Gojo.
Yeah, for example, Gojo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, I think in terms of like physical abilities in anime, and even like anime physiques, it'd be cool. But I always liked in anime. It's been a little while since I've watched Naruto, so Kev, you're gonna have to jog my memory. Neji,
Yeah.
Neji.
Yeah. The Byakugan.
Was it Byakugan?
Byakugan. Yeah.
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 The Byakugan. I love the ability of being I'm long-sighted anyway, so I can't see. I have to wear
Yeah.
dry-open glasses, which sucks. If I could use the Byakugan, I'd never have to wear them again.
Yeah.
And I can get from like over there. I can see people through walls and shit. I think that would just be so valuable. That would
Yeah.
be my eye ability that I pick as well because I feel like I get overstimulated anyway. Sharingan would be too much for me to handle.
Do you
Um,
think? I
yeah,
think Sharingan's so cool though, in terms of what it
it
can
is.
do. And the different versions of it as well. Like the Mangekyo and the different abilities like Amaterasu and the Izanagi and all that stuff that like you saw Danzo do. Was it Danzo? Hanzo? Danzo, yeah.
I just
Um
I'd be quite happy for just not needing glasses anymore, mate. Like,
and then there's the Rinnegan as well.
yeah, there are a lot of cool
Yeah.
eye abilities within anime. Even
Yeah.
if you want to look at Hunter x Hunter, Kurapika's eye ability.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah,
being able to get special. I mean, you get Nen with that, but no,
yeah.
I'm going to stick with my original
I'd
answer.
say eyes. Yeah,
I'm going with eyes
sweet,
as well.
sweet. Okay, next one. Ethan H has said, "Would you rather give up anime or manga?"
Manga.
Same.
I don't know anymore. I've not been watching that much anime recently. I'm getting quite into my manga, but in terms of easeability of either sitting there and getting a book out or sit and watch, I think I'd choose to get rid of manga. Just
Yeah,
out.
I love both, but it's just like
Yeah,
the the feeling you get from like an impactful scene in anime when you have amazing voice acting, the
yeah,
animation, you're seeing it live with the colors. It's yeah, it's just a slightly different feeling. And I'd rather get rid of the manga, I would say.
Just from a time convenience standpoint as well.
yeah,
Realistic, anime is so much more accessible. You have to make the time to say read manga. Like I would, and I don't really get too many opportunities to do that. I don't take really like public transport. I like sort of drive everywhere, and like anytime I get a free moment, like say with like a meal or something, I'll like try and watch anime or like on the Stairmaster or something. And like I'd lose that if I were to only exclusively choose manga. Don't get me wrong, I both are incredible, and I would be very upset if I could never look at another Berserk panel again.
yeah.
Like that would hurt. But at the same time, I don't know. A lot of cool shows. A lot of cool shows.
Yeah.
I'll always be able to justify the time more. So yeah.
Yep. Cool. Okay. So next one. I asked this just before we started. So, would you rather have Nen powers or ninjutsu from Naruto?
Nen,
Man.
Nen, Nen is cooler. You can
It's
pick.
it's more creative, I would say, definitely in terms of the abilities and the way it's written in terms of like the limitations and the kind of like when they have that circular graphic saying,
Yeah.
okay, if you're more towards this like an emitter or whatever, then you are gonna be good versus this particular type. I think
Yeah.
that's really, really cool. That's
Mhm.
yeah. And just the way the abilities are written in terms of obviously the fact that they're powerful, but they also have a drawback as well. So the more, for example, when Kurapika was like, what was the one where he's like, I'm gonna um kill kill Crollo or something like that, or get
Yeah.
rid of his Nen. And then the condition was that I think he would lose his Nen or something like, or he could never use the change or something like that
Yeah.
again.
Yeah.
So basically, every ability has a drawback to it depending on how powerful it is, and that helps stop people becoming OP, which I like.
Yeah.
Um, because if you have like limitless powers where there's no drawback, then it kind of like takes away from the stakes of a show. And
Yeah.
Hunter x Hunter does that well.
Yeah, no, 100%. And one thing I do like about it as well is that, like, let's assume that they're both like everyday things. So with Nen, because of how the power scaling works, you don't inherently or genetically need to be stronger to necessarily be more efficient at something. That's how it's scaled by, is how you can take an ability and how you can use it, as opposed to how powerful you are with, say, something like ninjutsu. Like, there's a character in Hunter x Hunter, Korokopi, and I could beat him up. Like, realistically, I could, but he has the ability to make copies of anything. So he could say make 70 of the same building. He can send me on a wild goose chase and I'll never catch him. You don't need to be strong. You just need to be clever. And I really value that. And I think, especially like within the realm of the real world, like, oh, dude, if I could make multiple duplicates of anything, I'd never lose my AirPods again for a starter. You want to jump on any piece of equipment in the gym. Like, I want to use the prime plate loaded seated row. I'll just make another one. You know,
Yeah.
that to me, yeah. When you put it like that, I'm gonna choose Nen any day.
Well, I've got one phrase. It's not a would you rather, but if you could pick any of the devil fruits from One Piece, if you could pick one, or even if you made one for yourself, what would you have?
Uh,
Because
yeah, okay, I want to hear your answer first. You've thought about this more.
all right, so I've had it in my mind, but the reason why I picked this one is just because I think the design was so sick when it was first introduced. It's obviously not the most practical, but the flame fruit. that obviously Sabo's got now and the Ace had before. I think it's probably part of the fact that they've both had that. And Ace's first introduction in Alabasta is so sick. Kez, you're on that right now, aren't you?
So yeah, that was gonna be my answer because that's
Was
the
it?
most recent one I've seen, and I would say
Yeah.
Aces. Yeah.
I think it's so cool. Obviously, everything at Marineford happened. But I think when that Devil Fruit got brought in, and he was scaled to be like better than Luffy, and Luffy had just been kicking the lights out of everyone by that point. It was like such a cool thing. He was able to like glide and fly with it, transport, and the shots he was able to have at what's his name, Blackbeard, the fights they were having. It's a really strong fruit, and I think it's just pretty cool as well. Like it is. Oh, what's the? I forget the. It's a logia, isn't it? So they're basically like fruits can go through them, or things can go through them and phase through. So I think I'd pick the flame fruit to be fair. But what about you, Cam?
Kind of a hard one, man.
I
I
know.
I think it's a boring answer. I would say Luffy's fruit, to be fair.
Yeah,
Gama Gama no fruit. I like the idea that I don't know. I've just seen it being used routinely throughout the show, and I'm just like, it's so simple. Your
yeah.
body's made of rubber and you're super stretchy, but it works every time. The only drawback, and like I would actually rather not consume a fruit if it was given to me, just because I don't.
Really? Oh, so would you rather fruit or not?
Yeah, I'd rather go with no fruit. I think the losing the ability to swim. I love surfing too much to be able to lose that. Like, I don't want to drown, you know.
Yes.
But
Yeah, I mean, I'd rather be like a master swordsman like Zoro. Like, I think he's way cool. Like,
yeah,
I prefer his
Uh-huh.
ability or whatever his
Yeah.
battle style more than Luffy's.
Yeah.
yeah, I would say so. And plus, he can swim.
Okay.
So
Fairs. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. You don't get that to be fair.
yeah, yeah,
But,
sick.
Wicked. Cool.
I've got two. Um, one of which is from Reese,
oh God.
so we might have to cut this out.
Reese is our number one listener. Go on
Yeah.
then. Well,
Okay.
it depends if you can be bothered cutting this out. Remember, I'm going to Japan, so if you have the
Well,
yeah,
it's if we need to cut it out.
okay, go on.
Okay, so this is from my coach and role model. And Reese has asked so yeah, cheers for that one, Reese. Really added a lot of flavor to the show there. Uh yeah, I've got one from Jasper B Fit as well. He says, would you rather have a stand of your choosing or a curse technique of your choosing?
Oh, oh,
Manga,
a what of your choosing?
a
Damn.
curse technique.
No, no, the first one.
A stand from JoJo's
Oh,
Bizarre Adventure.
All right. Don't watch JoJo's, so I'm gonna say curse technique.
take cards technique. I don't watch JoJo's either. Not a clue.
Really?
Yeah, man.
Like,
I don't know what it is. It's just guys in suits in Italy.
and it's amazing. It is amazing. I want both of you to watch JoJo's at
Is
some
that
point.
my homework?
Please watch JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. Start. You don't have to. Okay, this is going to be a controversial opinion. I don't think you have to watch part one to understand JoJo's. I think you barely even need to watch part two. I think you can start on part three, watch part four, five, and then if you want to, go back and watch part two and one. In my opinion, um, I think it's too good of a show not to watch. Um,
Hmm.
yeah,
I don't know about
We'll see. We'll see if they have it on the Etihad plane.
yeah, they might,
Maybe. We'll see.
yeah,
We'll see.
yeah.
Cool. Yeah, curse techniques anyway, though, definitely.
that. Sure.
I would pick. What stand would I pick? I mean, you two don't watch JoJo, so this could just be. I would pick the Notorious B.I.G. stand. That'd be my stand. If you watch JoJo's, then you know. Yeah, that'd be my choosing. Right then.
I've got one more if anyone else has not got one.
Yeah, that's all of mine.
Yeah.
Thank for the answers, Jasper and Reese. Um, yeah,
Funny feeling only one's coming in this. So this one comes from Graphics by Joe. Shout out you, Mr. Joe. Massive anime fan, by the way.
Is he?
I know he
Ma-
is. Yeah,
I
yeah,
didn't,
I know he
I
is.
didn't
Yeah, yeah.
realize it, but we've been speaking about Death Note, and then he was showing me all of his figure collections as well.
Yeah.
Massive anime fan.
Hmm.
So, would you rather be a ghoul? So I'm assuming from Tokyo Ghoul, or a devil from Chainsaw Man because he's went AKA Gun Devil, etc.
Oh.
Mm.
Either way, you're going to get revered from society. You
Now,
know,
for me, I think I'd go ghoul. I think that would be my answer.
I think I would as well, to be fair.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I would say so. You're more like a human, I would say,
Yeah,
than a devil is
Yeah.
in Chainsaw Man. So
yeah.
you're more in touch with the humanity.
Yeah, you can fake being human to a better extent, you know. If I'm like, you know, craving blood and dipping out the full floor and have fins on, either side of my neck, I'm not going to be as revered in society as if I'm a bit paler and I only eat sandwiches, you know. Like, you can get away with being a ghoul a little bit more. So purely just from that reason, I'd say
Mm,
ghoul, yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
Hard question. It'd be suck to, be either one, in my opinion. Um, you know, just from how you would get treated. Um,
yeah. I feel like being a ghoul, you could not get away with more, but you could integrate with society
yeah,
a bit more. But yeah, it's still pretty shit probably being either, but I'd say
yeah.
ghoul. Yeah,
If you had to be one, yeah,
yeah, for sure. And
yeah.
then that's
Sweet.
that's all from my Instagram there.
I just have another one that I just thought of. It's not a would you rather, but I suppose it is in some sense. So, out of all the anime worlds, what one would you want to live in?
One Piece.
Yeah, One Piece.
Good answer.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to think if there's anything else.
Just to add on to the tagline of that, I absolutely hate it when people say their favorite anime as an answer to that. Like, oh, I'd love to live in
Fucking
Berserk. Like,
fucking security alert.
What for?
Oh my God.
What?
Um, Severe alert issued by the UK and Scottish governments. A red warning for wind has been issued. Extremely strong winds.
Ah, yeah, we knew that anyway. That's fine.
Potential danger to life. Oof.
mate,
Well, that's good because I was supposed to be flying tomorrow, so we'll see how that impacts that.
Shat myself there. That's the first time that's come up on my phone ever. Oh,
really?
caught it on camera.
Mate, they used to go off all the time when I was in Korea. They'd be like, well, and all be in Korean as well. So I never know if it's actually dangerous. I'll just look around and see if anybody else is panicking. Then, yeah, I'd be panicking too.
Oh, have any of you ever been like in this sounds awful, in like a natural disaster when it's happened?
Nope.
Oh, so I don't know why I went, oh,
Yeah,
I was in Greece when there was an earthquake in Turkey. And so my mum and dad are on the bed over at the side, and I've got my little single bed. I'm hiding under the bed sheets watching Joe Weller on my phone, and all of a sudden, everything starts shaking like fuck, right? Everything's falling down, and I've jumped up. I'm like, oh my God. And I've went out and poked my head in the corridor, and they're shouting like, "Oh, there's an earthquake! There's an earthquake!" So everyone's like coming out of their rooms to go downstairs, and my mum and dad are like, "Oh, fuck that! I'm not leaving. I'm not going out of the bed. Like, if it happens, it happens. Like, even though the room's just been shaking like anything." So I've come and like, Mum, Dad, come on, we'll go downstairs. Like, no. But my dad was like that, right? What happens after an earthquake? There's always a tsunami, isn't there? And I was like, yeah. So we were right on the coast. So he goes, Noah, you stand watch in case you see a tsunami and come tell me if you see a tsunami and then I'll go downstairs, right? So I was petrified. I was like, okay, Dad. I go outside, right? I'm watching the sea to see if a tsunami's gonna come in. Petrified. I'm texting I'm texting girls pretty much going, I don't know if I don't know how I'm gonna be. I don't know if I'm gonna be okay. There's a tsunami, there's been an earthquake, everything like that. Thinking I was gonna die. I've fallen asleep out in the balcony thinking there's gonna be a tsunami. And I woke up, my dad's just laughing at me, being like, what are you up to? Honest to God. That's the closest I ever got. If I didn't get a phone alarm, um, coming
Yeah.
up. Here you go.
God damn, man.
There's
That's,
someone.
I'm
Jeez.
surprised you didn't experience more earthquakes when you're in Japan. I swear they're like common.
There was a few, but they were like one was up the north. No, one was closer into like the sea on the right hand side. One was down the bottom, closer towards what's it called? I've literally went there. It's where the One Piece statues are. Um, Kumamoto. It was like down there around that area, but
Yeah.
there was only a couple around about, but there was none that like made the room shake up like it did in Greece. Like that was genuinely everything was falling off the tables, and the everything was going nuts. It was quite weird. Quite, I'm not about to say quite cool. It wasn't cool. I think quite a few people quite injured. But being somewhere safe, it was like, no, thank you.
Yeah. Yeah, that's
Mental.
no.
Have you seen the videos of what happens in the buildings in Japan with how they've got them structured?
They're like planted into the ground, right?
Yeah, so they wiggle.
That is
So
nuts.
like shock resistant. So I remember the first time I went, I was staying in like Shibuya, Yokohama, and then Kawasaki. And as I was walking through Yokohama, because it's right on on like the coast, there was these big signs talking about what to do if there's an earthquake. And I was watching videos about earthquakes in Japan, and the walls of the buildings will wobble like this to stop the whole thing from going because it's so common in like the Sea of Japan between there and Korea, for there just to be hundreds of earthquakes. All of them like are proper like flexi buildings, like a
Yeah.
what do you call it, whiteboard at school when you go
Yeah.
like one of those. The buildings are all like that. It's mental.
That's so sick, man. Yeah, because you'd have to think of like ways to like overcome. You need infrastructure
Yeah.
in the area, and like you're gonna need to just work around it. That's so interesting, man. Like I'm surprised that there's not more tsunamis than if there are that many earthquakes around that area as well.
Yeah, I thought, where was it? I can't quite remember. I feel like there was a really bad one. Was it a tsunami or was it a Kez, would you be able to like if you're able to put it on share screen? It was, to be fair, it's the reason why there was the Kumamoto. So it's in
I
Kumamoto.
remember there was a famous tsunami. Yeah, was
Um,
it in Japan?
so there was one on the coast. I can't remember what it's called, but this one in
So
Kumamoto, people will probably know that watch this. Basically, the writer of One Piece, Eiichiro Oda, is from Kumamoto, and there was either an earthquake or a tsunami there,
where
and it
where was it?
Kumamoto.
Mm.
Yeah, if you type up like Kumamoto natural disaster, it'll probably come up. It might have been an earthquake.
Um,
Oh, yeah,
let's just type in
earthquake.
earthquake.
Yeah, so Oda's from there, and it like fucked up all of Kumamoto. And then what they basically had to do was, oh, I say they had to do. Oda basically created this idea to bring people to Kumamoto to spend for the local buildings and the local companies, to like erect these One Piece statues. So if you type up on that Kumamoto One Piece, I went to Kumamoto, and went around the city
Oh,
meeting. Oh, no,
I'm
God.
saying, oh, hell yeah, brother. Now it's all.
So basically, you've got these
ah,
big statues, and it was Oda's idea in his hometown to put them all over, so foreigners and tourists would want to go to see the statues and spend money to like rebuild the city. And you should have seen some of the queues, like Luffy's one in the middle. There's a big long queue coming out, and they're spread really far across, so you have to travel, and you'll get lunch at this random like local
Oh, it's
place.
so cool.
You'll go somewhere, and mate, it's sick, so cool.
Yeah.
I'd
yeah,
only
man.
got to see what was I got to see Luffy, Zoro, and Chopper. I didn't get to see Sanji. I really wanted to, but
Nice.
they're
Yeah.
so far scattered. But yeah, that was Kumamoto, and that was where the other one was near. I think it was last year where the big one was. But yeah,
Such a cool idea, man. Like it's such an easy way of like getting people like say like into like your town or your city.
yeah,
Literally, you just need to erect some anime statues, and then Weeaboos will just do anything. It'll just do anything for the anime, which is sick. Like, yeah, no, that rocks, man. Rock.
Definitely. So I had a couple ideas because since I had the idea of the best worlds in anime, Noah said One Piece. So I had a couple, and it's a bit different. So one I had was Cowboy Bebop. I think that's a really cool world in terms of it's got obviously it's the space vibe, but each place they go to, each planet's really, really cool. And has a different vibe to it. I think it's and I love the art. I love the art in Cowboy Bebop. I think it's really cool.
Yeah.
The other one I had, and it's not an anime. So before people come at me, I know it's not an anime, but I think it's arguably the best world building in any show is Avatar: The Last Airbender. I think the world building in that is amazing in terms of the four nations and how they expand it over time, going from place to place, all the different air temples. I think
Man,
it's really, I think that is peak. That is peak in terms of that show. It's a solid 9 out of 10 for me, I would
I
say.
think I might be getting confused. Are we talking about the Blue Arrow or
No,
you
no,
want
yeah,
Avatar?
blue
You want
arrow,
Avatar?
Yeah,
no,
yeah, yeah.
blue arrow.
Right.
The,
Oh, I
Yeah,
can't remember.
Avatar: The Last Airbender.
I was about to say if you're, I didn't know if you're talking about avatars and like
no,
the,
no, no, no,
yeah,
not
okay.
not that one, not the blue people, the blue
Yeah, the
arrow.
blue people.
No, no,
Yeah,
no.
I can't. I used to watch that, but I can't remember
Oh, it's
anything about it.
peak. It's peak.
It's
Like
actually legitimately a good show.
it's so
Yeah,
good. It like if you rewatch it now,
Yeah,
you'll actually find it better than you did when
yeah,
you watched it when you were younger.
yeah,
It's
yeah,
so
yeah.
yeah.
good. It is so good.
Yeah, man. I mean, honestly, like, not to derail us too much. The correct answer to that question is like pick any moe anime. Like, if I were to live in any world, realistically, the safest answer would just be something like K-On, where I can just be a schoolgirl that has to worry about saving up money to get a guitar. I won't get killed, because as much as I would like to live in the world of Avatar, I probably would get killed. Or like legitimately any other show, even in One Piece, I'd probably get killed. Like, just by like either like the Marines
Yeah.
or like another pirate. I wouldn't get killed in the world of K-On. I'd probably have some cake. I'd probably get kicked out of the school because I'm not a high school Japanese girl. I'm a 24-year-old man. But I still feel like that would be the correct answer. I don't think I'll get in that much trouble. So I'm gonna say
On the,
K.
on the flip side, then, what would be the worst world to live in? Attack on Titan, I'd say is up there. In terms of living in the walls would be pretty grim.
Yeah, and then even well, spoiler alert, living outside the walls
Yeah.
might be a little ropey as well. Uh,
Um,
I
just
would
trying to think.
Berserk would be pretty fucking awful. Um, yeah. I
Um, even
Oh,
like, oh,
sorry.
go
Can I
on.
go back on my answer?
What?
Yeah, sure.
Pokemon.
Would
Okay.
Pokemon would be a really cool place to live. If you were set there, you've got your own Pokemon cutting about. I think that could be up there.
well, I mean, if you want to get really nerdy, I watched
Or
a
if we're getting the size of them all, it's like
yeah,
Pinsir is about 5'7". The
yeah.
that, but like imagine having like a little Pokemon, just a little Riolu.
It would be cool. I don't know. I just like I find looking after a dog to be quite tiresome,
Yeah,
especially on prep. Like imagine looking after an electric mouse. You know,
yeah.
that is gonna fucking get under my nerves after a little bit. Like the dog like banging on the door. Like I've already done 15,000 steps. Dog's banging on the door. Let's go for a piss. I'm like, mate, fuck off. Like I don't care.
Fuck off.
Yeah, mate, it's so annoying. It's so annoying. It gets under my skin so badly. In a world that's overrun with like these big rodents, and some of them are fucking dangerous as well. Like God can appear at any time, and like he's like whenever any of the legendary showed up, a huge natural disaster happened.
Yeah, that's
So
right.
yeah, it would. I like the world of Pokemon. I would actually argue that the world of Pokemon would probably be more dangerous and chaotic than Attack on Titan.
Disagree.
No, it wouldn't because
Literally, like I swear, a third of the walls got killed, or most of the people in the walls got killed when.
mate, you don't understand how many people are dying in the world of Pokemon in a day. Pallet Town, Pallet Town. You think anything that happened there was no? There were graves of people and Pokemon. There was a great Pokemon war that took place as well. That's why like that general guy, the leader of that gym, he's an army general.
What, Surge?
Yes, that means there was a war, Imagine politics in the world of Pokemon. That's terrifying. I think that that supersedes any sort of the political drama that you saw in Attack on Titan. You're just naive because you remember Pokemon through what you saw as a kid. It's a scary place. I would say it's scarier than Attack on Titan. I'll stand on that.
I disagree. That's a hot
The
take.
two
That's a hot
Pokemon
take right there.
behind you.
Yeah.
Mate, mate, all I'm saying, just look into it. Look into
Look into
great
it.
Pokemon world.
I tell you what is bad. Jujutsu Kaisen, as we stand, where it is in the anime now.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. We'd be cooked. We'd be
Yeah.
so cooked. Oh, dude, I love Jujutsu Kaisen, man. Who said it was mid a while ago? That person
It was the last episode.
Yeah.
I can't remember his name. I can't remember who it was. It was one of our listeners said it was mid.
horrible.
Oh, was it Jordan? Oh no, he said Hunter x Hunter was overrated.
I get a horrible take.
Yeah.
Every take on the last episode was horrible.
It was crazy.
Okay, all right then.
Sweet. Cool. I think we'll wrap it up.
I think that might be the worst episode in the game's history, but I think that was one of my favorites, personally.
I've enjoyed that one. That was
It was
good.
good, man.
Yeah.
A lot of tangents.
Yeah.
We love a tangent here.
Yeah, we do. So I hope you guys had a slightly less chaotic and stressful car journey. I hope work was okay. If you are watching on YouTube or Spotify, please make sure you give the video a thumbs up and give us a 5-star rating. Share the video around with any of your friends and family that are into anime. If your mum loves anime, she'll probably love the AniGains podcast.
And share it on your stories as well. If you are
Yeah.
listening, make sure you share it on your Instagram stories. This is how we grow.
Yeah, that's a big one. Please put a disgusting picture of my face on your story. I'd love that. All right, boys and girls, if you are looking for coaching, Ignite in the bio. Taking on a couple more people. I mean, obviously with the new year, sort of like coming up with shows coming up as well. A lot of athletes getting locked in, a lot of photo shoots getting booked up. So if you want to be part of the team and want to get sexy for this summer, you know where to come, boys.
Yeah, so if you are looking at competing in men's physique this year or in the future, and you want to make sure your presentation, your posing is on point to give you the best chance to win your shows, I'm your boy. Just to let you know, I do not have any availability now with posing until March, so I am getting booked quite quickly. So please let me know in advance of when you'd like to get started. And yeah, man, we'll get cracking and we'll get that posing leveled up. And also, Kez 10 for chosen few. 10% off, get you the freshest garms in the market. Know it?
Yes. If you're wanting a specky ginger fitness coach, then look no further. I am Noah, obviously at Natural Physique Coaching. Had to wear the merch. Obviously, whether it be lifestyle prep, photo shoots, just wanting to enjoy training, drop me a message. You can find me on Instagram, anything like that. The links of all of us will be down in the description. And yeah, I'll even, if you know that you've come from this podcast, I will wear my Luffy hat for your check-ins. So there's my promise to you.
Every single check-in.
Every single check-in, mate.
Oh wow. Oh,
Yeah, that's good. I'll even bring them with me everywhere. If I'm
Yeah.
doing check-in somewhere else, the hat's coming.
Even if you're sending a voice note, you're going to put on that.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. All right, everybody, thank you so much for watching, and we shall catch you next time for episode number 5 of the AniGains Podcast. Much love. Take care.
See ya.